Alrighty, welcome everyone to Pokemon Crystal. Alright, this is not an ordinary Pokemon Crystal playthrough. It's gonna be a what V936 wanted to plan out called a Taglocke. And basically the way the Taglocke is gonna go is basically it's pretty much a nuzlocke challenge, except I record one part and then he records the other, and then we're also going to be doing this with another person and the other person will be doing the third part as well, and then we're gonna do this rotation order until the very end. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, so this is my part right here. I decided to play as Chris here because you know, I like to play as Chris, and this game is basically one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, because oh man, I just love it. It's just a lot of things I really enjoy about the game. So yeah, alright, so right there you get your Poke Gear, and the day of the week isn't set yet, and I basically recorded this at very late at night, 11:35 p.m. and yeah, I recorded this last night, pretty much, and it was pretty late, but you know, I got the work done. So we're gonna make our way over here into Professor Elm's lab, and he needs to ask us a favor. He's wondering if he can help us with something. He's writing a paper that he wants to present at a conference, and he wants us to raise a Pokemon that he's recently caught. So we're going to do that. Alright. And then I heard a little beeping sound. Looks like you got an email. Okay. I have an acquaintance called Mr. Pokemon. Interesting. Okay. So let's see. The starter Pokemon I decided to go for is actually going to be, well, you're about to see right now. Now let's pick one. I decided to choose over here. Yes, I'm gonna choose Cyndaquil, the fire type, because I think that is the best one out of all of them. And because it's a Nuzlocke challenge, you obviously want to be as strong as you can, because in a Nuzlocke challenge it's really easy to be under-leveled. So, alright, so there you go. That's our first team member right there, and as you can see right there, I made that awesome layout that we're going to be using for this Taglocke. Basically, the 6 squares that you see right there is pretty much our 6 team members. So as you can see right there, Cyndaquil is on the bottom right there, and then the 2 rectangles basically got gym badges, and then up on the top is basically, we're going to be keeping track of how many Pokemon we have lost throughout the run. So, alright, and now on to Route 29. Okay, so your generic first round in the game. I will be speeding up the wild battles if we encounter them. So, but as you can see right here, I'm not gonna speed up this one because, well, obviously it's the first wild Pokemon battles, and you kind of wanna show off the first wild Pokemon battle. So here we are going into wild Rattata. It's gonna be awesome. Let's tackle it away. It decides to use Tail Whip on us. So yeah, if you don't know what a Nuzlocke challenge is, pretty much you have to catch the first Pokemon. Well, you have to catch the first Pokemon of each route, and if you let your Pokemon die, you have to release it, and that's where the death counter occurs. So that's how many Pokemon we lost. But which right now you don't see a death count at the moment because, well, we haven't lost a Pokemon yet. So there's really no point in actually putting it there. Alright, so welcome to Cherry Grove City. There's really nothing much to see in here, so we're just gonna pass on by to Route 30. And then this is where I start fast forwarding the wild battles. So there we go. We're on to a wild Zubat. And which Zubat is one of those Pokemon where you can only find in the nighttime. So in this generation they introduced day and nighttime, where basically if you different wild Pokemon appear depending on what time you play the game at. And I thought that was really nice, which you find really good Pokemon here in the nighttime most of the time, which Zubats, honestly, they're not really that great unless you evolve them into their final form, and then they start becoming really awesome. So there we go. Francis is now on level 6 and has learned the move Smokescreen, which lowers accuracy. Alright, so I'm just gonna skip past that item that I see right there, and then we're just gonna go move on ahead. And then we are in Mr. Pokemon's house. Hello. Yes, we are Chris. Professor Elm. This is basically and then he gives us the egg that he wants us to give to Professor Elm. Alright. And who is that do I see right there? Is that Oak? Yep, that is Oak. Alright. See, I played this game quite enough times to actually like know my way around this game. Plus, I think I feel confident in doing a nuzlocke challenge on this game because I mean I love Crystal. Crystal is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon games. So there we go. We got a Pokedex. And then he has to go to Goldenrod for his radio show, so goodbye Oak. And that's the last we'll ever see of him for a very long time, surprisingly. And then we just got healed up, and we're out. But, on our way out, we have a phone call from Professor Elm, saying that something just happened over at his lab. So we better go, we better go over there right now to see what is going on. So let's do that then. But of course, Wild Pokemon has to interrupt us while we are on our way, so we'll just have to take out the spin rack while we're at it. I mean, it's always good to have some experience. I'm gonna try to be as overleveled as possible for this run, because you know you can never be so overleveled. All right, then we're gonna grab this item. It's an antidote, which heals poison, so that's pretty good, I guess. Alright. And then coming down, and we are back to Cherry Grove City. I could just heal up, but I don't think I took that much damage from that wild spin rack, so we're just gonna move on ahead. And who do we have here? You got Pokemon at the lab. What a waste, a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is your first rival fight. Yep, this guy will be your rival that you'll be fighting many times throughout your adventure. He has a Totodile, or pretty much whatever you have as pretty much what is stronger than your starter Pokemon. Pretty much if you have a Cyndaquil, he has a Totodile. If he has a Totodile, he has a Chikorita, and if you have a Chikorita, then he has a Cyndaquil. So. But you shouldn't be able to lose this battle. I mean, your starter Pokemon has a free berry in your hand, and I don't think your rival here has a berries. And I have missed twice in a row. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, what's up with me missing twice in a row? That shouldn't have happened. All right. So let's see. Alright, this is pretty much a tackle and scratch battle, pretty much, after all that craziness happened. So yeah, we just got our, so yeah, my berry just got healed up, and my berry just healed me up, and now I can win this, because, well, you don't have to win this battle, but, well, if you lose, then you don't really get the experience from all that. So there we go, we've now leveled up to level 7, and that's a good thing. Plus, losing to your first rival fight is a bad thing when it comes to a Nuzlocke challenge, because pretty much then you basically just lost. Because if you basically lose in a Nuzlocke challenge, then you basically have to start the entire thing over again, and it's something you don't want. And now we go back to Newbark Town and try to not run into anything, because I really don't feel like doing that. And just like that, we did it. Because we didn't have to run into anything. And welcome back. So we go back to Elm's lab to see what's going on. And it looks like there's a missing Pokemon there. Because, well, must be from that red guy that we defeated. And yes, we happen to battle that guy. Let's see. His name is Silver. So we're just going to name him Silver. You can name him whatever you want. I decided to name him Silver because I feel like it. So there we go. Alright. It's terrible. Oh yes, so it's Mr. Pokemon's big discovery. Here you go, it's the mystery egg. This? But is it a Pokemon egg? If it is, it's a great discovery. What? Professor Elm give you a Pokedex? That's incredible. Alright, we have what it takes to become a Pokemon League champion. However, we are not even close to becoming the champion because we still got lots to go. Alright. Use these on your Pokedex quests, and we just got ourselves a Pokeball. That's awesome. I mean, what can I do with just one Pokeball? I wonder. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back home and let our mom know that we're gonna be going on an adventure so that she can save us money that we earn on our adventure. Yep, on a long journey, money is important, so there we go. Alright, so now we can go on. You can actually you can just skip past that part, but however she'll just interrupt you in the middle of your journey when she finds out, so I wouldn't really recommend that. Alright, so this is where I start catching wild Pokemon, so let's see what I'll encounter first, if I can run into wild Pokemon. Okay, never mind, I don't run into any wild Pokemon. That's good. That's great, I guess. Let's just go up here, and there you go. Okay, let's see what I run into. I run into a wild Rattata. So there you go. Since this is our first Pokemon that we run into here, we're gonna catch it. And what I'll do here is I will not speed up any wild battles if I'm gonna be catching them. And plus, since in a Nuzlocke challenge, you kind of want to show off that you're legitly doing things, so I'm not gonna really cut anything out. Instead, just do a lot of fast forwarding, and yeah. So here we go. Let's see if we catch it on our first try, please. Yes, there we go. So there we go. That's our second team member caught. Well, that's the first Pokemon that we caught with a Pokeball, and now we're gonna give it a nickname. I decided to nickname it Randy because Randy's a pretty good name. I would have just named it a better name, but oh well. Randy would be the best name I think of right at the moment. Okay, and let's see what we run to next. We run to another Rattata. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just fight it, just because of habit. Because like I said, you can never be so over-leveled. Doesn't hurt to be so over-leveled when it comes to a Nuzlocke challenge. Because you really do, because the game does get progressively harder every time. So it's definitely worth it. Alright, let's grab that potion that I never got to get in the first place. Because, well, I didn't really feel like it. And then what do we run to next? We run to a wild Hoot. That's a Pokemon that you can only find at nighttime. Which, I think Hoot's probably the worst Pokemon you can find in this route. I mean, there's way better flying types out there. So, alright. And now we're going to go up here. This is actually an optional route you can go to. But I decided to go up here just to catch another team member. Because, you know, why not? Alright, and then we run to a wild Geodude. Alright, this is what I'll use. I'm gonna use this as my next team member because Geodudes are really good, they're really defensive, and they can help me out on the first gym badge. So that's gonna be awesome. Alright, let's make things easier by using Leer. And because that Geodudes are really defensive, I'm just gonna speed up the process in trying to get it as low HP as possible. That way, I can save less time. I can save more time, so I can do some more stuff. I'm gonna try to keep these episodes around 20 minutes or so. Oh my, I am in a really bad condition. But can I please catch this before this Geodude takes me down, please? You can also find a Fampion here that can, which is really awesome. However, they're really rare and they can only be found in daytime. So I couldn't really find a Fampi here, but that's fine. I didn't really want to use a Fampi here anyway. I already have a ground type. Alright, I decided to name it. J-A-C-K, Jack. Alright. That's 3 team members already, which is really nice. And we're already in 15 minutes and 25 seconds of recording. And that's a good sign. Alright. And then, of course, the last block of grass that I run to is going to be a wild Pokemon. But you know what? I'm in low HP, so I decided to just run away because I don't want to risk myself dying. And it'll be really bad if that stuff happens. Alright, let's go heal up in the Pokemon Center, because, well, we'll need to. Usually I'd be speeding this up, but I don't. But this is the first Pokemon Center, so might as well just not. Alright. And there we go. Okay, let's go to the next route and see what we can find there. And what we'll find is going to be... If I can even run... Okay, there we go. It is going to be a wild Zubat. Yes, and the reason I'm speeding this up is because this is not going to be my next team member, and therefore if I'm catching a Pokemon that is not going to be my team member, I will not add it onto the layout down there. So, all right, 1, 2, 3. Yes, there we go. Zubat's caught, and then we're gonna name it Zoe. And there we go. And as you can see there, Zubat is not added to layout because that is not the team member I'll be using. So there we go. And now I'm gonna be training, so I will see you guys later.